Welcome everyone here to the Smasher evening show right here on Smash FM here on a Friday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in Sydney, and of course, being with one of the champions in the state title championships that happened recently. Of course, that is the Northern Suburbs Netball Association. Of course, we've got three champions on the show to tell us a bit about it. Thanks all three for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
No worries. Well, I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves, and I guess what position all three played on the court.
I'm Mick, and I play wing attack and goal attack.
I'm Cody, and I play mainly wing defence. Sometimes I'll cameo in centre, but otherwise wing defence is mine.
And I'm Bree. I am mainly a centre, but I did have about a 2-minute cameo at the titles in goal shooter, and I shot 0 from 2.
Firstly, tell us a bit about the Open Division state title.
I'll say it was a very competitive and tough tournament. Playing 19 games is very challenging over 3 days, especially as we're getting older and older. Don't have the young legs like the juniors do anymore. But there's so many tough competitions. The country teams always come out really competitive. We always find them almost more challenging than what we do the city teams. But yeah, it was really good. Very happy to have been able to play and to do so well.
Yeah, I definitely think that like the key to our success over the weekend was that we all just really enjoyed our time together. Like we would get back to the hotel and then spend our recovery together, do our ice baths and all of that, and then go out to dinner, and then we'd come back and have a team meeting. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and we all had FOMO on the Monday night. We all felt a little bit lonely going back home and going back to our own lives. Yeah.
Was there a certain game in the state title that you felt, okay, we could actually go all the way and win this?
Well, at the end of day one, we were undefeated, which I think we kind of shocked ourselves a little bit because that's never happened before. And then probably, I don't know, as the tournament went on, like maybe by the second day, we were kind of thought we were in with a chance. And then we had a massive game against Newcastle that we blew by 1 point. But then they went on to lose 2 games. So kind of after that, I think we were like, oh my God, I think we can do this. So yeah, probably by the end of the second day, we knew we were in with a chance.
Yeah. Tell us about grand final day.
Well, there's not really a grand final, to be honest. It's first past the post. So you just have to keep winning. Unless otherwise you don't do so well. So yeah, as I said, we only dropped the 1 game against Newcastle, and other than that, it was wins all round.
Yes, it was important to keep our for and against high, because if then points started matching up, we had to have high percentage goals. So that was something we were striving for once we had taken that loss against Newcastle.
Who got to hold the shield, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The trophy. That was me in the middle, me and Mick. We like to share things a lot. We had several photos that we took during the weekend, and we had certain positions for those photos. And it just happened that middle person was myself, so I got to hold the trophy, being in the middle.
Yeah, we are a team that don't really like to shy away from doing everything the same. Yeah, all the short people are at the front of the photos, and then all the tall people are at the back. I think that kind of speaks for itself.
The two that got to hold the shield first. How good was to hold the shield first before your teammates got a chance to hold it?
That was you, Mick, actually.
Yeah, it was me. I was the recipient. Yeah, it was cool. I also got us my own special photo, so that was really fun. And then somehow I ended up with it at the end as well, and that was also pretty cool, carrying it. Quite a heavy thing, actually. I was quite surprised.
Michaela, I need to ask you this.
Yes.
Because you got to hold it first. Were you worried that you were going to drop the shield, or were you worried that you were going to get crushed?
Well, no, actually, because we've won quite a bit now, so I'm kind of used to receiving trophies. Yeah, I can't say it ever crossed my mind. We were just so stoked to win. So
yeah, strong arm muscles.
Yeah.
Definitely worried though. Like it's glass. It was quite special. Like did not want to drop that on the asphalt, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask this. then. So did all you get a chance to kiss on the trophy?
No.
Oh,
There's lots of photos with it. No kissing.
Kiss each
Okay.
other.
yeah. Okay. Did you get medals on the day?
In New South Wales, you get a patch.
Patch, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Patch.
you get patch. So you tend to stitch that to some item of clothing. I put mine in my backpack, having said that. But yeah, anytime we've won a competition in New South Wales, I think only 1 year we've received a medal, but every other year you get a patch. And as I said, yeah, it goes on your clothing. So
Yeah.
Okay, so because Michaela just mentioned where her one went to. How about the other two? Where's your patches gone to?
Mine is currently safety pinned to my bag in order for my mum to stitch it for me.
Mine is on display on my bookshelf, so I can look at it as I leave my room every day.
Okay, very conventional. Christian, you mentioned that you've won many premierships already. Is this one more special than the others?
this one's probably, yeah, I'd say so. This one was probably one of the most exciting ones for me. I think because the 3 days is so hard, unless you've played the tournament yourself, you have no idea how hard it is to win games and then actually keep winning games and then win the tournament. So, but I think we also had a really special group of people, like we just loved each other so much. So that made it awesome as well.
Yeah, back it up.
Definitely agree with that. Yeah. And I think because we're a bit older too, so it's not as easy to do it.
What, do you think it's our last one or something?
No, but it's our bodies don't hold up like they used to. And so for us to get through a 19 games 3-day tournament, like it's pretty solid effort, I reckon.
As well, some of the
Sorry.
some of the other premierships that we've won were for a different competition. So for this one, I don't think North has won for quite some time. So it was really good to get our name back on that shield again, which is really cool.
Let's talk a bit about your coaches. Tell us about your coaches.
Well, our head coach was April, and she's been at North for as long as I can remember, probably since I was a child, baby. And she's amazing. She's high energy. She's loud, very loud, and very knowledgeable. So we were really lucky to have her. And Katrina was our manager. It was actually her first time, but she'll hate me for saying that. But she was really awesome. She unfortunately has the job of like washing and cooking and, all the boring jobs. She scored for us all weekend, which is a massive ask, but yeah, she was super cool and a massive asset to our team.
More just April's good at keeping our heads screwed on as well, because we like to take charge sometimes, and she put us back in our place and make sure that we're keeping on track and doing the right things for ourselves, which is good.
So how did all three get involved in netball, and why did you choose it?
I'll go first. So I just kind of started when I was about 5. I'm sure everyone else kind of started at that point. And I think it was just at school. It was just kind of what the girls did. They played netball and then kind of got to the junior stage where you could go to reps and get competitive or just continue playing club. And I loved the competitive side of sport. So I just did my junior reps, and then I was like, well, I don't want to give up netball and I want to still be competitive. So I went into senior reps, and I haven't looked back since. And I don't know if I'm ever going to stop playing. I'm going to be 45 and still playing rep level netball. But we'll see how the body goes. But yeah, definitely it's not a sport that I think any of us are going to give up. That's for sure. Yeah.
No, I also would have started when I was 7 or 8 doing the netters or net set go on the grass courts. I am from country town, so my rep pathway was still there, but in a lot lower division to what I play currently, which is really cool, coming into Sydney, and then trialed for a few separate teams, and then have landed at North and just been thriving at North ever since I've been there, which has been fun.
And mine was similar to Bree's, really. I started at my local primary school. did trial for reps, never got in juniors. So I changed codes for a while. And then I was really lucky to be picked up. I was just playing like club level netball. And one of the girls that I was playing with was a rep coach at the time, and she kind of dragged me back into the rep environment back at North. So I'm very grateful for her. But yeah, that was a really long time ago now. And I'm much the same as Brie. I don't know when I'll hang up the shoes because it's pretty addictive.
All three mentioned right at the start what position you play on the court. If you had a dream position, would you like to convince your coaches to put you, whether that be?
I would say mine would be goal attack. Although I don't know how the shooters do it. You get under the post and you have to sink the shot. I find that the most pressure situation ever. So yeah, I like to think that I would put up 500 shots a day, and but I don't.
Might it be? I don't know. I actually think I play the dream position. I get the best of both worlds. I get the mid-court and I get the shooting end. So sometimes I wish I was a goal defense, but then I don't know. If you're really bad at goal defense, you never touch the ball. So what's the point? So yeah, look, to be honest, I think I'm playing my dream positions.
Mine would be goal attack too, but I'd have to have a superpower of being able to get every shot in. Otherwise, I wouldn't really want to be there. Too much pressure.
We're not very tall either. So
sure.
What does the sport of netball mean to the three of you, especially representing the northern suburbs?
It means quite a lot. Team sport has always been a really good way to make friendships and maintain friendships. It keeps you social, it keeps you active, it keeps you healthy. And that in itself just means a lot for myself. And being with North ever since the get-go has always been so welcoming and such a really good environment. So being with that has really excelled my career, which has been very important.
Yeah, I think like connecting with people on and off the court through something that you love, like it's just pretty amazing. And I mean, the lessons that you learn through netball, as much as cheesy as it sounds, like it's shaped me into the person I am today, and how you deal with situations, and also helps with like not only your physical health but mental health as well. And then with North, I think they're always striving to be the best and want their players to be the best, but also all three of us coach as well, so they love the idea of having their players also coach the juniors and the younger girls and bring them up through that too. So yeah, and I mean, I don't want to just do a 10K run. I would prefer to play 60 minutes of so
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I think something that North does well is really looks after their people, and anytime we get new people, if they're good people, we hold on to them and sort of make them our own. One of the best things I think for me is the friendships that have come out of netball. I feel like with any team sport, once you find your crew, it's a really awesome feeling. So yeah.
Important question I'm going to ask the three of you is, what have the three of you learned from each other on and off the court?
Funnily enough, Brie and I laugh about this all the time, but we often have a little squabble before, normally at the beginning of any match, and then we get on with it. We're kind of like siblings in a way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
But an example?
No, I think the listeners don't need to hear that.
No.
I'd say Bree's taught me the power of a positive mindset. We came off on the when we were on our state titles weekend, and we came off to Newcastle. We had lost by 1. The first thing that came out of her mouth was, "Well done, guys. We just beat the top team." We just lost to the top team, but we only lost by 1. It wasn't drop your head because we've lost. It was, we did so well to be so close to them. And I think that then helped us come into the next game really strong rather than being down, but we could have easily lost the next tough game. But we all went in with a fresh attitude, being like, we can still do this. That was good. And then Mick's probably taught me just to be a strong player, because if you're not a strong player around Mick, she'll let you know. So which is good. Everyone needs that person.
Definitely.
So, any future ambitions in netball? Consider you won the state title.
I mean, I'm 30, so that's kind of the highest I'll probably ever play. We play in another competition called Metro League, which is during the week. And most of us are a part of that team. So we're currently training weekly for that. And I think finals are like September or something. So I guess that's the next goal. But beyond that, I certainly won't be going any further.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I mean, just keep succeeding in the teams that we're in. You know, doesn't have to be anything fancy, but as long as we're still winning and enjoying it, I don't really care.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I think we're a bit too old to be able to start making higher teams.
Okay, well, at least it was worth asking the question. So, okay, you mentioned about your Metro League team a minute ago. So, tell us who that is and how you're traveling.
We are coming third place in Metro League. There's a few of us on the same amount of points, and so we're just trying to get our for and against up to get to bump off second place. We have made finals for that, gosh, for the past 8 years, maybe longer. And we've had several championships from that, several second places. And so we're really striving to get into that grand final game again to take up the championship if we can. But yeah, we've been playing as a unit for a couple years, which has been really enjoyable, and we're learning a lot from each other still. And hopefully we can get that top of the table spot.
Okay, is there one team you love to beat the most?
Oh, Karingai.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming.
They're our neighboring association, and it's honestly like beating your older sister or something, or your younger sister.
Yeah.
Then probably Manly as well. I love beating Manly. Again, they're like our neighboring association too.
Yeah.
I think for girls that have like come from another association to North, beating your old team's always a pretty good feeling as well.
Yeah.
But it's Karingai and Manly for me.
Yeah.
They probably feel the same about us too, to be honest.
It's a healthy relationship, we like to say.
Sure.
Let's finish up with a couple light-hearted questions about the state title team, which is who had the most embarrassing moments on the court during state titles, and what was it?
Probably for retaliation.
Oh yeah, that was but my older sister Michaela backed me up. I got pretty badly pushed over the circle edge. I was playing center, and it was very obvious contact. And the umpire called it a contact for the other player, and I was like, yeah, great. And she even warned the player. And I got up and maybe slightly retaliated and shoulder charged the player. And then I got the contact called against me and for retaliation. And I tried to shrug it off like, no, I was just running past her. But then, Michaela, would you like to say your piece?
Oh, am I allowed to swear on the radio? I mean, no, I just said I didn't see it. So I said to my player, oh, what happened? And she goes, oh, she shoulder charged. And I said, yeah, good. I'm proud of her. That's the kind of thing I would do.
Usually retaliate.
So, clearly,
it's a non-contact sport though, netball is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like there was another embarrassing thing though.
For who?
I don't know. Each night we pulled out moments from the day, but I can't remember what they were.
Karina had her, and Claudia as well had their stomp when they got contacted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Karina ran into the pole several times.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the main ones.
Yeah, we're a pretty serious team actually. We don't do embarrassing things.
All right, let's see if the next question changes that a bit then. Who's the comedian, the best singer, the best dancer on the team?
Can you be all three?
Yeah.
Michaela.
I would say Claudia is a good dancer. She likes to do a little dance before the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best singer. Did we have a singer? Not really.
Really. We'll say Michaela.
Oh, we had a team song, so I'd say the whole team was the best singers because we sung this song at any chance, and our team song was "Simply the Best" by Tina Turner.
Oh yes.
So that came out a lot of the
Yes.
time over the weekend, which was a classic. And especially that went very loud when we actually won the tournament, which was good. And our team comedian's probably Michaela. She's the one that keeps putting the jokes in, which is good.
I'm really glad you mentioned that because I didn't want to say myself.
Yeah. It was coming.
Even
Yeah.
if she's serious, we still laugh at it.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, no, she's not, right?
She's joking, right?
Right?
Oh, I can't wait to come up to Sydney and watch your team play now. I need to ask, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Oh, we have many as a team. Mine is, I feel like most people do this, but I always I strap my left foot before I strap my right. And then actually over the weekend, we were all very religious with wearing the same socks, undies and bras, washed, of course, but we wore the same ones every day, particularly after the first day when we didn't lose a game. So that became a superstition.
Yeah. I'd also say that every time we came into a team huddle, we always made sure that we said the word, Michaela said it, process. Like, no matter what, if she didn't say it, I was like, Michaela, what's the word? And then that led into our Thursday night game and we won. So I think it's going to have to lead throughout the whole rest of the season.
We're also quite rigid with where we warm up too. Like we always at the same spot for warm up.
Yeah.
Same warm up.
Same warm up. Yeah.
Same spot for the photo.
Yeah.
We're very superstitious.
Yeah. We're very routine, I think, would probably be a good word.
It's a nice way to say it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned about the photos. So tell us, how do you structure your photos in when you win?
Yeah, always.
Yeah, shorties at the front.
Yeah.
Have you tried to change it up in when you win?
No.
And Cody did try and change it up, but she had to go on her tippy toes.
Cody often tries to change things up and we're like, no, that's not what this team does.
No, but there's a photo of Cody and you can see her feet and standing up really, really tall.
At the end of day one, when we were undefeated, we got a photo and I was standing between the two tallest girls on the team, and I am not a tall person, so I stood on my tippy toes to try to balance it out, and there was still a head difference. Just a shame. So then we made sure all our photos were the exact same after that.
Yeah. Well, look, there's always a benefit being on the, kneeling, because then you get to hold the trophy.
Exactly. Win-win.
Was there any funny, team photo when you won it?
I would say there were more just tears. There were a few crying faces, so I guess you could say that was funny, but no, we were very serious and just very happy. I mean,
very happy.
Yeah. We were pretty exhausted too, so I think we were like, let's get the photo and
get out of here
and go home.
Yeah.
Okay. But not even the number one, the one finger?
Oh yeah, we did the one finger.
Yeah.
We also got the photos. There was some Swift players in our photos, which was nice. So we made a joke that the girls that had their arm around them aren't allowed to wash their arms anymore.
You said something to them, Cody?
I did, yeah.
What'd you say to them?
So if Whitney had her arm around Helen, I was like, you're not allowed to wash your arm anymore.
No, didn't you say that we're coming?
Helen hear that?
Oh, on the way in, I said, oh, we're coming for you guys now.
Yeah.
We're coming for your spot.
Didn't they? Were they like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, that's like, ha. They obviously didn't watch us play. They weren't threatened by us.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So obviously, so who was next to Helen and who was next to Ali?
Trina was next to Ali.
Yeah.
The manager, I think. And I don't know who was next to Maddie Pratt at the other end.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Karina, the physio, was next to her.
And Ashley.
Yeah. Bree's got the photo up, it looks like.
The photo up. So Karina, our physio, was on the end, and then Ashlyn was next to Maddie as well. And then Laura and Whitney were next to Helen.
Yeah.
And then Katrina was next to Ali Smith. Yeah.
Right.
I guess that's the downside of being the short middies that have to go.
Yeah. You don't get the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ourselves, obviously.
Yeah.
Silly question I'm going to ask, because obviously my favourite player is Helen Housby. So did you try to get to at least like kneel down in the front row at least?
Yeah, that's our job.
We didn't ask her to come down, no.
Oh.
Oh,
She
No.
was stuck, yeah, she was with the standers at the back. We should have asked in hindsight. That's all right.
oh,
She could have shared the trophy with us.
yeah. Oh, well. Next year. Now, did the team have a pre-game pump-up song?
No, it's just a shuffle of everything.
We had a playlist. We made a team playlist.
Mm.
A lot of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
What else was on there? I mean,
Some of the young girls put some techno music in there.
yeah.
That was a wide
Yeah,
variety.
we're not listening to that.
Yeah.
I would say Simply the Best was kind of our theme song.
Yeah.
throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Now, we'll finish with this last one. What will be your advice to people that should head to Chatswood and be involved with the Northern Suburbs Netball Association?
Oh, don't go to Chatswood because it's in Willoughby.
I will be one of the two.
We're always looking for new players, not in our team, of course. We're fully loaded. But look, it's amazing. We love Northern Suburbs. We have the best people there. And yeah, I guess there are a lot of suburbs around that have clubs that play at our association. So if you are looking to play, to find your nearest club and get involved, because it's amazing. Even if it's not a playing capacity, there are so many roles that you can do to feel a part of the club. So find your nearest club.
Yeah. We'll come to Excess.
Yeah, we play for a club called Excess, which we actually call our team, we call Excess Elite because we think we're so great. But we wear pink as well, which is also fun. So yeah, shout out to Excess.
Well, three, it is awesome to have you on the show. Congratulations for winning the state title. Well deserved. And
Thank you.
I can't wait to come up to Sydney and hopefully get to meet the three of you and in person and and watch your team in action.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for having us.
No worries. And that's Bree, Cody, and Michaela. Join us from the Northern Suburbs Netball Open Division 1 state title champions in New South Wales. Of course, as I said, of course, if you want to get involved with the champions, so of course, we'll put all the details up on how you can get involved up there in Northern Sydney. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.